This week on Marketplace Middle East, prices are falling off a cliff. A startling assessment of the UAE property market from Morgan Stanley. So why is there a construction boom in the Iraqi city of Erbil? Plus,
the infrastructure development, the Gulf alone, we need around $550 billion over the next few years. And if we stop doing it, I think that's going to create major issues, major problem for us 2 or 3 years down the road.
Coping with the turmoil, how the Middle East should overcome the downturn. An interview with the chairman of Ithmar Bank, Khalid Janahi. Hello and welcome to CNN Marketplace Middle East. I'm John Defterius. More evidence of malaise in the all-important property market in the UAE. Prices there have, quote, fallen off a cliff, according to new research from Morgan Stanley. The bank says property prices have come down faster than expected because of the economic downturn. In Dubai, prices are down 25% from their peak in September last year. In Abu Dhabi, they're down 20%. Rentals are also beginning to dip, down 7% in Dubai. The Emirate also faces potential oversupply, although many of the major developers have started announcing delays and cancellations of their projects. That report sent UAE stocks plunging. Dubai's index fell to a 4.5-year low. It came as Moody's Investors Service placed 6 Dubai government-owned companies under review for a possible ratings downgrade.
If you look at the overall numbers and the risks for the country, yes, there is almost like 70% of external debt to GDP owned by UAE, and almost most of it comes from Dubai. And we look at this quasi-sovereign companies, they account for almost, most of this external debt. So there's kind of a systemic risk. So it's very, I think, on spot for the rating agency to put these companies on the radar screen.
The common thread here, Turker, seems to be the real estate market overall, the property market. Is this what's going to lead that growth lower for the next year and force the revaluations that we've talked about?
Overall numbers, we know that UAE has a project pipeline around $1.2 trillion. So almost 80% of that number was in real estate and construction sector. We tracked almost like 15% fall in that project pipeline, which makes almost like $150 billion.
So the property market in the UAE is bearing the brunt of the global crisis. Job cuts, the absence of mortgages, and less disposable income are all adding pressure to buyer demand. But in Iraq's Kurdish north, there's been a construction boom. In fact, 75% of the city of Erbil is either new or renovated, and authorities are urging investors to get into the market. Arwa Damon explains how the government plans to revamp the entire town.
Erbil's skyline is undergoing a massive facelift. 5-star hotels, luxury homes, a new library. Even Pepsi is in town. Prior to the U.S.-led invasion in 2003, none of this existed. Constructing the future is the slogan around the city. 3/4 of the buildings in the city are either new or recently renovated.
We did not have any power station, we did not have any refineries, we did not have any highway, any bridge, any 5-star hotel. Now we need to build this all in parallel. It is a virgin area. It is an area that opens all the gates to whoever wants to be a part of the process.
It's a dream few Kurds, long repressed under Saddam, thought they would see come true. There are plans to revamp the entire city while preserving Erbil's ancient sites, like the Citadel, believed to be 6,000 years old, and historic neighborhoods. Erbil is the capital of Iraq's Kurdish north, an autonomous region run by the Kurdistan Regional Government and far from the political and security problems that have paralyzed the rest of the country.
It's no wonder that the Kurdish north is also popularly known as the other Iraq. Take a look at this amusement park, almost done being constructed. You've got your Ferris wheel, your modern roller coaster ride. One of those crazy rides that kind of makes your stomach go all upside down. Not exactly something that you would expect to see here, which is why authorities are proudly touting it as being the biggest amusement park in the Middle East.
The Kurds insist it's bigger than anything in Dubai. Growing around an ancient graveyard in the heart of the city is the largest trade center in Iraq. Site manager Ziad Hariri gives us the tour of the sprawling complex. We were surprised when in the last 2 years we began seeing features of a new civilization in Erbil, he says, projects that we would only see on TV. Upon completion, Hariri says, the $3 billion project will house some 5,000 shops, a 3-floor parking lot, and fancy office buildings. Since 2003, some 6,000 new foreign and local companies have registered with the Kurdish Board of Investment, and the opportunities are not just in construction.
All the sectors are opened, and the competition is low. So after 1 year or 2 or 3, the rate of the competition will be changed.
The Kurds say, for the enterprising businessman, the time to get in is now. Arwa Damon for Marketplace Middle East in Erbil, Iraq.
There's plenty of surplus cash in the Middle East, so does that really mean the region stands a better chance of coping with the economic turmoil? We speak to Khalid Janahi, co-founder of the Arab Business Council. Next.